Everybody, it's Kyle. Hey, holidays can be hard when you're living in a family with autism. For multiple reasons, I don't have to tell you all the reasons, but having family over for Thanksgiving, which is next week. But I want to tell you about a story about one Thanksgiving where we had a fight. And I'm laughing because you'll laugh when you hear this too. So, my mother-in-law and father-in-law and my sister's brother's family decided to come over one Thanksgiving to our house for Thanksgiving. And, you know, obviously they'd been prepped and they knew all the things that could go wrong. And it was when my two boys on the spectrum were probably about, I don't know, maybe 12 and 9 years old. And the older of my two on the spectrum is a little nonverbal. He's not quite as verbal as my 9-year-old, but still both kind of combative in a lot of cases. And my older one doesn't like too many people around and doesn't like to participate in a lot of these kind of things. So we had called everybody into the room, and we decided to say a prayer, kind of a Thanksgiving prayer as a family. And Ricky, my number 2 on the spectrum, said, "Can I say it?" And he kind of popped in real quick. Well, then Eric, my number 1 on the spectrum, who was a little older, about 12 at the time, said, me, right? So they both wanted to say it, the prayer. Now, you should know at this time, they weren't great prayer sayers. They had practiced. So I said, let me help you, right? So I kneeled down between them, and they were kind of getting at each other. I want to say it, and they were fighting about this, fighting over who got to say the prayer. So I said, hey, you can both say it. Just listen and say what I say, okay? And they both said, okay, right? So I said, bless the food. And what I found is they were trying to beat each other to the words so they could say it first, as if they were winning the battle against each other, right? So I would say, bless the food. They would both, right? And then I would say, bless our family. And they were kind of reaching at each other and trying to claw at each other as we were doing this. And so I said, we're grateful for our family, right? And they were really going at each other, and it was just the funniest thing you'd ever seen. And I was having trouble maintaining them, keeping them apart, because they're getting stronger at this point, right? And so I'm kind of holding them apart as I'm saying the prayer, and then I say, amen, and they say, amen, and they just go across me and try to get each other. And it was, in my family, my extended family, my wife's family, was all looking at us like, what was that? And so I started cracking up. I said, hey, I'm sorry. That might be the first ever prayer that turned into a fight, right? And we really had a good time with it. And we started giggling, and I gave them both hugs, and I told them how proud I was of them. But, it kind of set the stage for kind of some of the lunacy that might occur during our Thanksgiving day meal and afterwards and all that kind of stuff. But, I realize that holidays can be very tricky because we want to be with family, but sometimes we can't because of the chaos. So I want to challenge you today and let you know this. The greatest gift you can give to your kids on the spectrum and your immediate family is to lower stress. And there's lots of different ways to do that. I know a lot of you have so much stress you're not even sure it's possible. But I want to tell you, it's not only possible, but it's probable. We've got a lot of families we're working with that are seeing great results, that are lowering stress, that are bringing back happiness, that are looking forward to the holidays now because they've reset a lot of the things they're doing. And you can do that too. And we'll probably have a lot of videos of our Thanksgiving. My son is coming back in from town. He's bringing his girlfriend and her sister. My other son, who lives here, who works, is having his girlfriend over for Thanksgiving. So we'll probably try to post a few silly things and a few funny things, and maybe some of the ways that we engage our kids on the spectrum and make sure they feel like they're part of it and enjoy it. So But if you're ready to give your kids and your family the greatest gift that you can give them, which is lowered stress, click on the link and investigate what we do. You can talk to me if you want. If you don't want to talk to me, you just want to investigate a little bit more, I'll send you more information. Just tell me what you're after. If you want to lower stress, say, I want to lower stress. I'll send you some information that will be helpful for you. We'd love to help you, and like we're helping other families, turn holidays into something that's exciting and fun and wacky and chaotic, but fun and lowered stress, more happiness, more joy, more great stories like the one I just told you. So have a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.